ladies and gentlemen, we have a mission statement that I'm giving to you right now. We are going to stay on target. We have a situation. We have to prepare and plan. We have to think outside of the box. We must stay positive and keep a sense of humor. We have to work together. We are all in this together, and we will be awesome. On that note, I want to thank Mr. MBB333 because this little community of people who are just tracking weather and space weather and solar weather and astronomy anomalies is a pretty small community. We've been here for about, since Comet Icing. And so sometimes, I'm sure all of us can agree, you come across a piece of data and you're like, oh shit, I don't want to be the first to talk about this. No. And so when I saw Mr. BBB333 talked about it, I was just glad. It took a little bit of weight off my shoulders. I had pulled all these Godzilla clips and was going to put all the sugar around the spoon. But I haven't even watched it. Because most of us in this, we spend so much time crunching data. We don't have a lot of time to watch a lot of other people's videos unless it is directly, specific to that subject we are watching. Okay. I would guess. I speak only for myself. World-class cyclone poised to form. Could be one of the... Yeah. I looked it up when I saw it the other day. And yeah, it was like the fuck... Whoa. Fuck. See, I only got the F word. The F. But it is, though, the lowest pressure. Like, when I watch shit, I'm like, what is the pressure, man? Let's look at the pressure. Pressure's a big deal. This is the lowest... If this is right, it's the lowest pressure of all time on record. So, when outer space pushing in on inner space, it's like the hardest it's ever pushed that we know of. So that is crazy. And these are crazy times. Also, we're on a new THORNEWS September schedule where you will get an awesome edited video every day at 3 p.m. Texas time. Google is not real great about telling you guys when my videos are up. So just be sure and check back every day at 3 p.m. or after that. I'll have a new edited awesome video that catches you up on all the situations as much as I can. And at about 7, I'll try to go live. This is a plan. We'll see if it works. Every day through September. Almost. I'm sure I'll take a day or two off somewhere. And then between those two things, I'll do these one-takers where I will just get on and tell you whatever the hell I'm thinking. So, if you're looking for the real professional one that doesn't have a lot of rambling in it, it'll be the 3 o'clock one, ma'am. Okay? Because, yes, I had a beer. Yes, I had a shot of whiskey. Because I put up a video earlier today. I have a YouTube channel. You probably know that because you're watching my video. The world is a crazy place. So, I did this video earlier when I've been talking about Florence. Remember, I've been talking about Florence for a long time. Technically, I was talking about before this, but East Coast, be prepared. Models have monster hurricane trending west. And technically, I've been talking about it for 10 months. But what are we talking about now? Oh, yeah. So now that it looks like my predictions were correct, I said Hurricane Florence could hit the East Coast and be the worst disaster in U.S. history, which tomorrow's video at 3 p.m. will explain it better than this one will. And there were 7 people who disliked that video out of 2,500. I was like, weird. That is some strange symmetry because Kelly Cass says, active tropics. We still can't write off Florence. Kiss my grits. With potential impact to U.S. East Coast. And more to track behind that. So, I counted the circles, man. And there are 7 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, I just felt a little better that I got 7 down thumbs for the exact same amount of cyclonic active circles that are in either the ocean or over land right now. Something about that, especially on the 7th, it is September 7th. See that? Boom. So 3 sevens. I feel kind of lucky. Though this is doomy and dangerous and gloomy. AFRN. I cannot express this enough that we have to work together because there's over 50% chance Florence, which is now a tropical storm, but it's going to probably become a hurricane again, will affect and hit the East Coast. And then the two behind it have lower tracks, so they could hit Puerto Rico, the islands, and then go into the Gulf, or hit Florida, or go into the Gulf, or hit Florida and go into the Gulf, or possibly go into Mexico or Guatemala. And then you have these three. This one is supposedly going to pass over Hawaii, but we are very worried about Olivia hitting Hawaii and the volcano that had been exploding but has taken a lull but is still erupting. And then you got another one behind it, and then you got waves rolling off. So, and then over here, Japan, which has been getting walloped, now a little south in the Pacific. Dang, I did not mean to do that. It is the record pressure ever of all time on the models. So, in this on the 12th, we have what looks to be a possible hurricane hitting Hawaii. Then on the 14th, we have the lowest pressure ever in the history of mankind. Then on the 13th, we have Florence in position to do damage to the East Coast. And then Isaac and Helene south enough to definitely do damage to either the East Coast, Florida, United States, South America, or Mexico. So this situation is lit. And in the video I will put up later today at about 3 p.m., I will show you how all these places are saturated and super floody. Like the Great Lakes are very high. Kansas, like Texas, the rivers are high. We got serious problems. And so models are all over the place on Florence. But Florence is only the very beginning of what should be a 2 to 5 week pattern where we are dealing with hurricanes. And the hurricanes are threatening people in the United States. And so this is the Canadian, and the Canadian has it landing somewhere near Virginia and North Carolina. This is the GFS. I haven't even watched these. Like I said, the data's coming in so fast right now. The next month is going to be so wild, and this is just the start. The GFS has it, going. The GFS has it hitting Katia and the East Coast and New York and everything else. The GFS has almost a worst case scenario, though they back off on Helene and Isaac. Definitely they have, and that's at like 9:40. Yeah, that's at about. That would be a complete and absolute disaster over 50 million people. And that would happen in how many days? There's no need to panic. You got to be prepared. I was trying to think of ideas tonight, and one thing I came up with was, you got about 6 days. What is it? Instant response, community camping solutions. Meaning at some point, if you're going to have people say, okay, yeah, I'm not going to sit on the coast if this thing is going to happen. If they're going to head west and go to like a camping ground or just some area, you can go with a large group. I would suggest less cars, more people, friends, family. Say, hey, we will just camp west until this situation is passed. It is better to do it sooner, because if they say like, oh, it's a Cat 5 that is going to do what this model is showing us, like if it's going to have 170 mile per hour winds, lots of rain, lots of storm surge from Virginia all the way up to Boston over a 2-day span, I probably want to get out of town. I don't want to be here for that, you know? And so to have people do that with only 2 days advance would be a major problem if more people decide now or make plans like, hey, let's take this little, it's like a snow day, but it's like a East Coast hurricane day. You go west and we wait it out and we see, better safe than sorry. It is better to make those crazy plans now. Because it was like I was saying in our mandate. We have to think outside of the box. The old days are over. The weather has changed. It is not like we remember it. The patterns, the seasons are not the same. We should change with Earth and the weather. We should adapt, evolve. And we will. It might take a few bruises and bumps, though. And when I say bruises and bumps, I mean like over 2,000 people dead in Puerto Rico last hurricane season, or all the people in India and Japan, and all the Pacific that are dying now because our government is not always tending to our needs, our health, or our information that we need to know. So, that's why I am here, and I am saying, I'll have my edited video guys up that shows you guys what is going on. About 3 today. Because if the world is going to end soon, and I don't think it is, I'm going to die a dang real life superhero. Just like I've lived. And, wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, let's show you the European again. Because everybody's like, European's great. European's king. European knows everything. But then Europeans start showing a bunch of hurricanes. People are like, we don't know. The models are having a tough time with everything, which they are. But yeah, so here's the European, man. Boom. And then it sends one up into the mythical Azores High weak spot. And then it flicks one over the islands and then into the Gulf, where the Gulf is like hot bathtub water. So, there you go. I will continue to do what I do, and I need you guys to work together. If you are on the East Coast, like I'm over here in Houston right now. So right now, I'm not in danger. But I care about all my fellow Americans as your planetary defense commander, and I even care about people in Mexico and Canada and South America and Guatemala and England. I care about everybody. That's what makes me such a great planetary defense commander, and I love the animals too. And I have an idea what we're about to go through, and we're going through it. So we're going to have to work together as a team. And it'll be a lot more fun than it sounds. Working together as a team, not the shitty part with the flooding and the wind and the stuff. So I'll keep you guys posted. And if it is not 3 p.m. or 7 p.m., then there'll probably be these one takers. But I'll take breaks to talk about space or whatever crazy shit I want to talk about in between, because we all need a little laughter sometimes. And anytime you can get it. Anyway, God bless everyone. And if you want to help and support THORNEWS, I'll put my PayPal link in the description box, because this is a fully funded public YouTube channel, and that has how I stay awesome, because I don't have to worry about not pissing Coca-Cola or Kellogg Brian and Root off, though technically, yeah, I guess I do. I mean, you don't want to piss them off to where they assassinate you, right? Right, JFK? Let's end this on a happy note. On a happy note, once again, thanks a lot, Mr. BBB333, and I highly recommend Suspicious Observers for space into Earth weather and the magnetic field. Dutch Sense and Dutch and Suspicious Observers are amazing at earthquake predictions and forecasting, something I can't really do except with the coronal hole faces. I'm like, yeah, y'all, that's about it. They do a great job. The earthquake situation has been off the chain for the last month. We had an 8.1 yesterday, Fiji. And so if you know anyone or is in any dangerous volcano areas, I highly recommend checking in on their forecasts. And like I said, Mr. BB333, BP Earthwatch does a great job with tropics and weather. Though I don't ever recommend anybody's political crap, because I don't believe in either political party, man. And then Dabu 7, he crosses over a bit of the spectrum, but although I don't agree with kill Illuminati, like, you can't defeat Skull Tower with murder, man. But he does put a lot of good information, and he's a good guy. We all make mistakes sometimes. Wait, what? Anyway, and though Alex Jones sometimes, well, most of the time I would say she didn't agree with the tech companies did collude against him and then just shut him down overnight, man. That was crazy. I'm not defending the shit Alex said, but to have everybody decide one day, hey, let's just shut him down, and boom, they did. That was like, wow, that wasn't good. I didn't think, because thinking or saying dumb shit shouldn't be illegal, Technically, as a screenwriter and comedian, I say a lot of dumb shit trying to see if it's funny, and it's like, it's not funny, and a lot of times nowadays people are like, that's offensive. And I was like, wait, dang it. Anyway, love you guys. Now I'm talking too much. That's okay. If you want me to talk clearly and concisely, then check in at 3 p.m. every day during September. Doing what I can to get better. Please help, because I cannot save the world by myself. I'm going to need your help, and we are going to make it. Trust me. Or have faith in the universe and God. Or both. Or all three. Wait, I'm bad at math. Stay cool.